Welcome to Nightique. I'm Edward St. Pé. Well, tonight we have the blues artist Stevie J with us. He's a recording artist. He's been around the world, played with Bobby Rush and many other greats. We're going to talk to him, and we've got a live performance with Stevie J. Steve, come on out. Right. Thank you for being with us tonight on Nightique.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for taking the time to perform some songs for us tonight.
Yes, sir. No, looking forward to it. Y'all stick and stay. You don't want to miss this one.
Okay, back after this.
Since 1849, Carter Jewelers has been a part of Jackson's rich history. Over 163 years later, we've not only survived, Carter Jewelers has flourished. From generation to generation, we've established a tradition of excellence. Our reputation is built on customer satisfaction, service, and trust. Every piece of jewelry is handpicked, so you know you're getting the best value.
Nobody says I do like we do at Carter Jewelers.
Come see us and be part of our history.
Ingalls Shipbuilding is hiring electricians, structural welders, machinists, ship fitters, pipe fitters, and pipe welders in our Pascagoula, Mississippi site. Signing bonuses available for pipe welders only. Positions are union represented. Come build your career with Ingalls Shipbuilding. Go to www.huntingtoningalls.com/careers or call 888-935-1507. Welcome to Nightique. Mr. Stevie J is here with us. And Stevie, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
On Nightique. A blues artist.
Yes.
That's your classification, right?
Yes, sir.
And so tell us about your journey. How did you start and to bring you to this point?
Okay. Well, I started my career, actually I was a professional gospel musician throughout the 90s. I met Bobby Rush somewhere around 2002. He had just had a wreck, and he needed some new band members. We met at Malico Studios. I went out with Bobby Rush for a couple of weeks, and a couple of weeks turned into a couple of months, and a couple of months turned into about 5 years.
And you were playing guitar?
Yes, sir. Playing guitar with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must have been a great experience for a young man coming out. You know?
It was great. It was great. I got a chance to really see the world as far as more so than the like, you know, when I was playing the gospel thing, we would do like the East Coast and, you know, from here to New York and all up 20 and 95 and 85. But when I got with Bobby, then I got a chance to go to Europe, man, like time after time. We would do festivals in Europe and in different places and just get exposed to other things. It was just breathtaking.
When you went to Europe, you know, the first few times and you were with Bobby Rush, were you expecting, what was the reality of the welcome that the Europeans gave you guys?
Wow, it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming. It was
How? What do you mean?
The very first time that I went to Europe, we did the Cognac Blues Passions Festival in Cognac, France. Bobby and I stayed at the Hennessy Mansion. and that in itself is just like huge, man. Like, how did I get here, you know? Blues, you know, it was just huge, man. So they love it. They love the blues over there. They really respect the music, and they honor the legacy of the blues. It's amazing. I met some French musicians over there that couldn't speak English, but they sound just like they were from Clarksdale, Mississippi. Accents and all, and guitar licks and all, man. We were running to the club to meet them, and when we went to meet them, they couldn't speak English. We had to get interpreters to have a conversation. So then we all just got up and jammed together, you know, and had a musical conversation because they couldn't speak English and we couldn't speak French.
Right.
So I was like, wow.
Why is that the Europeans have such an affinity for blues music, for example?
Well, I think that it's because they recognize the history in it. Mm-hmm. They know the history of it, you know, and you know, it's really, you can't play any kind of modern day music without playing the blues, and, you know, and I think that they have a really appreciation and a good grasp on the culture and the legacy that the blues left.
I think maybe they as Europeans are not afraid to embrace that legacy.
Exactly, they're not at all.
And we in America haven't come to terms with that.
Right. Well, because I guess for us as in America, sometimes I used to hear Bobby Rush say, people say that the blues may remind them of slavery or cotton picking or sharecropping. Well, it should, because it happened.
It
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
that's okay. It
for
should,
whatever
but-
reason, you can't
Right.
turn your back on reality,
on your history.
And in fact, that's what makes it so strong, because it's the real deal.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's no water, no filters.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. But you know, when we talk to the various blues artists, everybody says the same thing. You know, they go to Europe and they're kind of overwhelmed with the fact that they know the blues there better than the folks here do,
Better
and they
than people
appreciate
here.
it more.
That's true. That's
You
true.
know.
They have a tremendous love for the music and the musicians there. I mean, you're treated like royalty when you go to Europe.
You know, we've had Bobby on the show a few times now.
Okay, yeah.
And we always have a great time with Bobby. You know, he goes back to the very beginning of blues. You know,
Yeah.
I'd say in the modern era, or
Right.
you know, going back a long ways. You
You
know?
go a long ways,
The
right?
all the Chicago stuff and all that.
Right. He's one of the few that's left.
He's one of the few that's left. You
yeah,
know,
he is.
we put him, you know, in a category there's not many.
B.B. King, Buddy Guy,
Buddy Guy, B.B. King.
almost. You know.
We talk, you know, we always mention Little Richard in there.
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
of course,
of
yeah.
course. I mean, he's maybe not exactly blues, but he's
Right, but he came from the same era.
Right, from the same era.
Yeah, it's not many of them. It may be, maybe I guess 6 or 7. Maybe, yeah. It's
Yeah.
not many left.
What is the blues?
The blues is a music that generates feeling. It's a music, a heartfelt music that tells a story about life. You know, and whatever your life story is, if you feel it and you reach over, what's from the heart reaches the heart. That's the blues.
You know, you think that you have to have lived long enough to experience, you know, both the good and the bad in life to be able to interpret, you know, maybe some of the emotion
The
that
hardships,
goes in
yeah.
the heart,
Exactly.
with the blues,
Yeah, it's about life, you know. But even from coming up, you have different areas or different levels of it, you know. I used to tell people all the time, well, even a baby can have the blues, because if you take the bottle from his mouth, and he cried long enough because he's hungry, you giving him the blues because he's crying.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right,
it's
he's not happy.
emotional. He's not happy at all, you know.
Who are some of your heroes in the blues world?
Oh man, there's so many, man.
Have you wanted to emulate anyone particularly?
Not really emulate, but I just have a respect for all of them, and I try to just it's so many that I just try to. You know how influences you have, just kind of comes in your sound just kind of naturally. But I'm a big John Lee Hooker fan, Junior Wells, Buddy Guy, Lil Walter. I just sit there listening. I love harp players. So, what I'm saying, I sit there, Charlie Musselwhite, I sit there listening to harp players, and I just love it, man.
When we talk about the European folks and how they interpret what we have here in this country,
Yes.
it always also comes up where, back in the British invasion, back in the 60s, the Beatles and
Yes.
Stones, all those guys that
Yes.
came over here and found great success in America.
Mm-hmm.
What they were doing is they were playing, sort of a reamalgamation of blues.
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
the Stones and the Beatles, for that
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
I think now
Cream as well.
Cream as well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Eric Clapton
Yeah.
would be playing those, blues licks.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff that he was listening to, some of the old great blues artists.
Yeah, the
to get
T-Bone
those
Walkers
licks.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But at the time, people didn't realize it.
Right.
And maybe even today, a lot of folks don't realize.
Yeah, some don't, but some do.
Some do.
And,
And at this point, I would say some do.
It's half and half, right? And I think that was really an influential moment for the blues here, the British invasion, because when they took it back, they told everybody who these people was. You know what I'm saying? Muddy Waters said one time he never saw a $100,000 payday until he went to Europe. And that was due to the Stones and Mick Jagger them saying, "Hey man, this Muddy Water guy,
This is the real guy.
This is the real deal here."
Well, I said this story already on the show, but when the Beatles came with that first big British invasion, and they landed in New York at Kennedy Airport,
Yeah.
and the press was out there and everything, they were asking them questions, and they asked John Lennon and said, "What is it that you really most want to see here in America?" And he looked at the report. He said, I want to see Muddy Waters. And the reporter from New York said, "Muddy Waters? where's that?
Right.
See, he didn't even know.
Didn't even know him.
He didn't even know. He had never heard of him.
Never heard of it. Right.
See, here in the country. So that's sort of the dichotomy. That's sort of the disconnect.
Right.
You know.
Right.
That was going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Exactly.
But it got brought back to America. You know, in a roundabout fashion.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
which is kind of unusual.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to play for us tonight, right?
Yes. Yes.
So tell us, what are you going to play?
I'm gonna play a couple of songs from my latest CD. I'm actually, the CD is not out, but the EP is. It's a 6-song EP, 4 new songs and 2 later songs from the last project. But tonight we're doing a song, another Jody song, and a song called "She Got That Good Good." Good is the name of the song.
So that's is that an R&B song or is that blues?
It's blues, but
blues.
it's crossover blues. It's a little R&B. With the good is it's got a little R&B and it's got a little rock tone to it, but it's blues. Another Jody song is like an urban blues song, which is traditional blues, but with urban sounds in the track.
What's the difference? I mean, what brings an urban sound into blues?
I think it's just the sounds of the instruments, the basses, the keys, you know, certain sounds that you use, you know. I think that we as blues artists haven't did our part to bring the blues music to mainstream. And that's my efforts in the Back to Blues, a total crossover record, you know, that can be played on more than just blues formats.
How important do you think, like Sirius Radio, with the blues channel, how important is that, you know, to the blues music in general?
Very, very, very important.
How difficult is it to make their lists and get play?
You know, it's not really difficult. All you have to do is have good stuff and send it to them. And, you know, once they go through a pile of 500 CDs and listen, you just have to wait on them. It's time consuming unless you have a good publicist that could walk it through.
Speed it up.
Yeah, speed it up. You know, the buddy system. You know, hey man, this is my guy. I'm gonna send you this stuff.
Yeah.
And to get it on. But
right.
they are really good about playing stuff.
So, but yeah, I would think that would be a great advantage for blues music to have a national channel.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned this is your new EP.
Yes.
Tell us about your recording. Right now, you're recording. You've developed your own label.
Yes, I have my own record label, PK Music. This is the second project that will be coming out on the label. We did the last one was Diversity Project. Well, actually the third project, because the first one was Diversity Project. It was a double disc set, one side blues and one side soul. And then the last one was Unstoppable record. It came out in 2013. And it was basically a celebration of soul. All different kinds of soul music on it.
So how do you distribute your music via your label? I mean,
my music distributor for the Unstoppable record was Music Access. They're a company in Dallas, Texas. That was distribution.
And how do you depend on digital to get your music out?
Oh man, CD Baby, Amazon, iTunes, you know, iHeartRadio, Spotify.
Everywhere, huh?
Everywhere.
So if you Google Stevie J Blues, then you can see a whole bunch of
pages. At least 3 or 4 pages will pop up on how to get music.
Isn't that something? And you have a website, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there it is. StevieJmusic.com.
Yes.
So that's neat. So, what do you think about the digital revolution as far as the artist's empowerment goes? I mean, do you think it's an empowering factor?
It's very empowering. I think that it definitely changed the game for record labels and studios, you know, to where they had, at one while they had a monopoly where you have to go into the studio and spend $2,000 or $3,000 for 40 hours to try to get the sound. Well, now you just buy the software and you download it to your computer and you buy some plugins and you download them and get an interface and start recording, man. So it's, yeah. And then as far as with the distribution and the promotion of music, when you got so many social media sites and sites where you can, you know, actually promote music free, you know, YouTube is a great a great tool to throw out music, as well as Facebook and Instagram and
it all works.
It all works, man. It all works together.
Well, we're looking forward to your performance, and we'll be right back with Mr. Stevie J right after this. You're watching Nightique. Stay with us.
I'm Dr. Amanda Rice with Quinn Healthcare, and I believe in the power of exercise. Many patients ask me if they would develop high blood pressure or diabetes just because their parents did. I tell them that although we cannot change our genetics, we can control our diet and level of exercise. Simply making better choices can change your life. I'm Dr. Amanda Rice with Quinn Healthcare, and I want you to know that you are in control.
Hello, my name is Stevie J, and I am here to share with you songs from the Back to Blues album. It is an album of crossover blues with the intent to unify the blues world and take it abroad. Hope you enjoy. My woman been messing around, this I know. I'm gonna find out who it is and stand toe to toe. Oh, could it be a stranger to me or somebody I know? Been checking her bill, and this woman been lying on this one particular number she calls all the time. And when I call that phone, it's my friend Tyrone on the other line. Oh, ooh, yeah. No, she ain't, no, she ain't. No, I can't believe my friend done me wrong. My Lord, and now my woman's gone, and I'm writing on another Jody song. Y'all must think that I'm crazy, fool of the week. I'm loading my 38 snub nose right now as we speak. And if I go to jail and they deny my bail, she can't have him or me. No, no, no. Baby, I love you. You know that this is wrong. Why don't you stop all this fooling around and come on home? Oh, and if you do, I love you true, and see him later on. Ooh, baby left me and she ain't coming home. No, she ain't, no, she ain't. No, I can't believe my friend done me wrong. Oh, and maybe come on home so I can start writing on another Jody song. Let me play my guitar.
Since 1849, Carter Jewelers has been a part of Jackson's rich history. Over 163 years later, we've not only survived, Carter Jewelers has flourished. From generation to generation, we've established a tradition of excellence. Our reputation is built on customer satisfaction, service, and trust. Every piece of jewelry is handpicked, so you know you're getting the best value.
Nobody says I do like we do at Carter Jewelers.
Come see us and be part of our history.
This song is another single from the Back to Blues CD. Song features my friend St. Anthony from New Orleans, Louisiana on the background vocals as well as production. Hope you enjoy it. People ask me all the time, say, Stevie J, what is it that you are doing as opposed to what others are doing? Well, I tell them like this, the same feeling that I get on Saturday night when I sing about my baby and play the blues is the same feeling I have on Sunday morning when I sit in the pews. Let me explain what I'm trying to tell you this way. Kind of goes like this. I got this record that I want to sing about my baby. She means everything. She wake me with a kiss in the morning, love me good late at night. And when she put that loving on me, good God, she make me feel all right. Lord, she got that good. Oh, yeah, yeah. Lord, she got that good. One more time. Lord, she got that good. Oh, yeah, yeah. Lord, she got that good. No matter what I do about it, I just can't stop thinking about you and the voodoo that you do is driving me insane, stone cold out of my brain. Baby got me going insane. She got that good love make you want to slap somebody. Come here, let me play this guitar. Baby, know she got that good. You got it. Wave your hand. Oh! Lord, she got that good. Oh, yeah. Lord, she got that good. Oh, she got it. She got it. Good evening, y'all. It's time for me to go home to my baby and give me some good. Oh, no, hold up. If you don't, you need to try it sometime. Gotta get you some good. Good. Make you wanna holler down.
Since 1849, Carter Jewelers has been a part of Jackson's rich history. Over 163 years later, we've not only survived, Carter Jewelers has flourished. From generation to generation, we've established a tradition of excellence. Our reputation is built on customer satisfaction, service, and trust. Every piece of jewelry is handpicked, so you know you're getting the best value.
Nobody says I do like we do at Carter Jewelers.
Come see us and be part of our history.
Well, Stevie, thank you. That was fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
And we are very appreciative of you taking the time to come on the show
Same here.
and actually play.
Glad to be here.
You know, we're getting hits on our website. We post these shows to the website too. It's on around the state, but
Okay.
now we also post them. So we have the entire show on the website, and we get hits from all over the world.
That's
You know,
wonderful.
I mean, as you would
Wonderful.
imagine, like we were talking about, you know, and not only Europe but Asia,
Yeah.
and even in the Middle East.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think if somebody Googles blues and the word Nightique comes up, and they go and they watch the show,
watch the
you know,
show.
so we can see
Yeah.
where they're coming from.
Well, one thing I know about blues is it's worldwide.
It's worldwide,
you know?
yeah.
And if you look, 80% of all the festivals around the world are blues festivals. So it's huge, man. It's
You
huge.
know, it's the indigenous music of America, sort of.
Yes.
You know, I guess you could say that. You know, I mean, it gave birth to popular music as we know it,
Exactly.
and of
Exactly.
course, you know, rock and roll.
Rock and roll, yes sir.
You know, everything else. So you know, it's pretty deep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very deep.
So thank you for being with us,
Thanks for having
and
me.
we'll have you back again. I hope.
I would love to come back.
Okay, good. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
All right, that's Stevie J. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us on this edition of Nightique. We'll see you next time.